everyone. Welcome to Crets. The Philadelphia Eagles took home the Super Bowl win with a 40-22 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. Taylor Swift got booed, and Kendrick Lamar owned the halftime show. But if you've been on Twitter, you've probably seen some people, or maybe even bots, trying to downplay his performance. Was it really a flop, or is there more to the story? Let's break it all down, and if you're new here, subscribe if you like my vibe. It took me 10 tries to upload this video without a copyright claim or getting blocked in America. That meant hours of editing, uploading, and processing because I really wanted you to enjoy it. So if you do, please like the video so the algorithm treats it kindly. Now, back to the video. So, y'all, I don't even know where to start because this Super Bowl halftime show was the moment that sealed Drake's coffin shut. Kendrick didn't just perform. He held a funeral, and the eulogy was delivered by none other than two of Drake's exes. Let's set the scene. Before he even stepped on stage, Kendrick set the tone with the chilling line, "You picked the right time, but the wrong guy." That was the opening shot, the declaration that this performance was going to be personal, and there was no turning back. Drake is somewhere in Australia, probably stress streaming his own music, while Kendrick is out here taking victory laps. And listen, we knew Kendrick was going to deliver, but this was a whole statement. The way he played with expectations had people second guessing whether he'd perform not like us, genius, but let's be real, he was always going to perform it. It was practically the soundtrack to the entire Super Bowl. But the real dagger, Serena Williams and SZA, two of Drake's exes, front and center, thriving. Serena came out there crip walking with purpose, like she knew exactly what she was doing. And let's talk about that visual. This happily married woman, who Drake has publicly harassed after she moved on from him, out here looking strong, stunning, and completely unbothered. That's gotta sting. Then there's SZA, whose vocals were immaculate. Every time she stepped on stage, it was like another little reminder that Drake is out here losing on every level. And let's not overlook the petty energy Kendrick brought to this performance. That "rig the game but you can't fake influence" line, that wasn't just a bar, that was a whole message. Because the second half of this beef has been about exactly that. Who really has influence? Who really moves culture? And this performance answered that question loud and clear. Drake has spent over a decade at the top, but a lot of people have been side-eyeing those numbers, questioning whether they were boosted, whether his dominance was organic, and Kendrick, standing on that Super Bowl stage, basically said, "You can't fake this." And he's right, because this is something Drake could have done. Allegedly, he turned down the Super Bowl multiple times. But now it's Kendrick standing in the spotlight, taking the opportunities that used to be his. Let's talk about the stage itself. It was designed as a tic-tac-toe board, symbolic of the battle Kendrick and Drake have been playing. And as Kendrick wrapped up his set, the words "Game Over" lit up behind him, delivering the ultimate checkmate. This wasn't just a performance, it was a final statement. Kendrick performed a stacked set list that included Humble, DNA, Euphoria, Man at the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther, All the Stars, Not Like Us, and TV Off. The entire set was full of energy, creative visuals, and impeccable sound quality. Despite all this, if you go on Twitter, you'll see a lot of people, or bots, claiming it wasn't great or that it was a boring show, and I think I know why. The muted background. They muted the crowd noise from the stage vantage point so that we could hear everything on TV. So, it might seem like the audience wasn't excited enough, but trust me, if you see stories from people who actually attended, it was amazing.
show you how your little sister from. They tell me Chuck, the only one to get your money down. Party at the party, playing with his nose down. Rock the got a real case, my seat around. Certified, lover boy, certified. Rock, 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 rock. I'ma get my stuff. Why you trying like a bitch? You tired, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably ain't right.
Some people are saying the audience wasn't hype enough because the stadium was full of rich folks who probably don't even listen to hip-hop like that. Super Bowl tickets start at $7,000. But that's just not true, because even they knew the lyrics to Not Like Us. When Kendrick hit that part, the entire stadium said it in unison. And you know what that means? That means the song is undeniable. Everybody heard it. Even if they're not rap fans, even if they don't follow hip-hop, they knew. So no, this wasn't some case of wealthy people being too uptight to enjoy the moment. It was more like us being too broke to experience the full thing in person. Okay, that was a joke, but seriously, the background noise was muted to optimize the broadcast for television. My favorite moment of the entire performance, the boogeyman's smile at the camera when he says, "Hey Drake." That moment alone sent a chill down my spine. And my second favorite would be when the crowd said, that was not silence. That was not apathy. That was a stadium-wide moment. Let me break down some other key moments that made this performance legendary. It's wild how this all started with Drake and Cole claiming big as the Super Bowl, and now K-Dot is on top. A diss track winning 5 Grammys and being played at the Super Bowl? That's GOAT status. His breath control is incredible, moving around, enunciating so clearly, and sometimes very quickly too. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam was pure genius. This isn't even a beef anymore. It's evolved into something historians will talk about in the future. SZA's intro was breathtaking. Mustard nearly had me in tears. I love that he was there and getting the recognition he deserves. Kendrick's breath control and stage presence were flawless, yet you could tell he wasn't trying to make the performance of a lifetime. He was just enjoying himself. Look at that smile. And again, that smile and "Hey Drake" moment got me. It was unforgettable. Serena Crip walking to Not Like Us was absolutely mental. No backtrack or self-censoring when it came to the beef with Drake. He teased the crowd into guess whether he would perform Not Like Us, but when it comes to Drake, Kendrick is no simp. He stood on business where that was concerned, looking into the camera to address him. Whatever complaints Joe Budden and other commentators had about Kendrick's pre-show interview being too corporate, aka lacking punch, Kendrick definitely served up in this show. Incredible stage performance. Kendrick's strengths put him above the rest. No one can top a diss track being performed at the Super Bowl. It's just next level. The lyric switches and breath control while censoring himself were brilliant. Some were concerned that the Not Like Us track was too explicit for the Super Bowl, as some lyrics aren't family friendly, but Kendrick is one of a kind. He made it work. It was unreal. Winning a Grammy and performing at the halftime show in the same week is just insane. This Super Bowl was one for the books, and not just because of the game. This Super Bowl had 2 winners and 2 losers, the Eagles and Kendrick on top, while the Kansas City Chiefs and Drake took a major L. And here's the kicker. Both Drake and the Chiefs have ties to Texas, with Drake even owning a home there. Coincidence? Maybe. But this loss hit deeper than just the scoreboard. Drake has to be sick right now. The timing of all of this is just too perfect. He's not just losing a rap beef, he's watching his exes shine in a way that makes it very clear that they have moved way past him. And I don't know about y'all, but I think that's worse than any diss track. Seeing people you used to be close to, people you used to date, now thriving without you, thriving in a moment that publicly embarrasses you, that's a different kind of pain. So, what's next for Drake? Does he respond? Does he keep quiet? Honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. The damage is done. Kendrick took the W, and he did it on the biggest stage possible. Let me know what y'all think. Was this the final nail in the coffin? And do y'all think Drake is somewhere regretting his life choices right now? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe if you like my vibe. Until next time, bye guys.